Welcome in. Craig Ruff along with you, and Mateo Esmeraldo from the men's basketball team is with us. And on the roster, it says you're from Connecticut.
Yes,
But like I said before, I don't think all your family's from Connecticut. So
No.
tell us about your dad a little bit.
No, my dad, he grew up in Portugal. He came over to the States when he was, I think, around 15. And when he came over here, he met my mom, who's been from Connecticut her whole life. And, so no, my family's not just from Connecticut.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
No.
Do you have any siblings?
I have an older brother.
Older
Yeah.
brother?
Yeah.
So you obviously got to go to Portugal some.
Yeah.
What do you remember of Portugal?
I'll just say the food. The food was amazing. The culture is just so different out there. Just literally feels like a different planet. But no, it's great experience. I recommend everybody go there at least one point in their life.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
Well, it's kind of interesting. We do these interviews with men's and women's basketball for halftime of your broadcast, and we had Marta, who's from Spain, on for the women. So I am suggesting that we go on trips with both teams next fall to Portugal and Spain, and that the SID gets to go.
Yeah, two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
That's a great little vacation there.
Sounds like a lot of good food and culture, too, to learn about the different cultures. And I told you, like, some of my favorite athletes growing up, Olympic era type, were from Portugal and Spain and stuff like that. And we've had players from different sports come here from those, and it just seems like a place I've always wanted to go. So,
for sure.
Talk a little bit about Connecticut, and what your parents do and things like that. I know your mom would want to see me come into her shop, right?
Yeah, my mom's a hairstylist. I don't know what she would be able to do there, but my mom's
probably
a hairstylist.
the same thing I do. Just share it.
Definitely. Mom's a hairstylist. My dad owns martial arts schools up in Connecticut, and my brother works with him, so they've been doing that for. My dad's had one opened for I think close to 40 years now. So
wow.
Yeah.
Did you do any of that at all?
Yeah, I did. Up until I think I was like 14. Then basketball kind of took over my schedule. But no, it's great.
Let me ask you this: how does that play into your Do you ever think about how?
Yeah, definitely.
Being exposed to that has helped you with basketball.
Yeah, I think so for sure. I think being at such a young age, like being taught like discipline and not even athletically, just like kind of like the mental skills that come with that culture, kind of definitely prepared me for this type of environment. Obviously being like a undersized guard, you got to have that chip on your shoulder, got to have that mental toughness. So I think that definitely played a role in my development as a basketball player as well.
Your influence as a basketball, I like your style, I like what you do. I told you this, and I've talked to Coach about this. I love the fact that you add a little flair to the position. And some of my favorite point guards and guards of all time, even guys like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, stuff like that from way back. I love the flair, but you don't turn the ball over, and that's important too, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously as a point guard, assist to turnover ratio is important.
Yeah.
And there have been some times where I've been upset with myself, like, I had too many this game, but now with Coach Carroll, the offense is it's such a dynamic offense that I got good scorers around me, so it's easy to come down the floor and just find the right guy. And my teammates I got such good scorers, such good shooters, just great basketball players around me, so they make my life really easy. I just come down and put the ball where they want it, and they do the rest. Yeah,
assist is a two-person deal.
Yeah.
Because you can get it to them in position to score. Yeah. But if they can't score, you don't get the bonus. Who are some of the people that influenced you growing up that you enjoyed, in particular in the point guard position?
Yeah, I would say Steve Nash. He's my favorite player of all time.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, no, definitely. His play style. I actually the Pelicans were here at Belmont practicing, and I ran into some of their coaching staff, and I asked them for some tips just as a point guard, and all of them said the same thing: just make everyone around you better. And I think that Steve Nash and all point guards at that level, they all do that. And I think that's something I've been trying to, especially this year, incorporating into my game, is just trying to make the guys around me better through the offense. And that's been great.
I actually got to broadcast a game out at San Jose State, or
really?
Santa Clara is where he's. Actually got to do a Belmont game at Santa Clara in their gym, so it was pretty cool back when Belmont. I did their games and they went D1. So, real quick, we're going to wrap this up, but just talk about this year's team. You're heading into the second semester now under Coach Carroll and this roster. Just talk about what you expect and what you want to see over the rest of the conference season.
Yeah, I think it's such a new team. Like we had 3 transfers, freshmen, and I think just combining everybody's skill set together. Obviously in the beginning of the season, you're going to have your ups and downs, but I think we're really hitting our stride right now. I see it especially in practice, like every day. Like there's just improvement. Like we're just bonding. Our chemistry is just increasing. So I'm excited for these next 2 months. I'm excited for March. I think I think we're a team that nobody really wants to see in the playoffs because I think if we're shooting the ball well, we're taking care of it. I don't think there's anybody in the country that can beat us. So I'm just excited. That's what I would say. I'm excited for this next.
I'll tell
rest of the
folks
season.
watching, if you're not here tonight, come watch this guy play, watch this team play. You're watching Trevecca basketball on Flow College.